What's up, VexXFam? Razor here, and I am hitting you with another update. It's been a while, been super busy, and we've got a lot to talk about, so let's just dive right in. We'll start with the most relevant for right now. So my former partner, Noxon, has stepped down from VexX Gaming, relinquishing all of his control and his shares to go on his own adventure. I'm sure that most of you have heard about the drama that happened in the NACS, where a few teams were banned from competing, had to relinquish their spots, sell their spots, get rid of them, and Noxon had the opportunity to pick up one of those spots and go on his own venture. In that happening, we, obviously, he was a big part of VexX Gaming as far as the funding and as far as the fundamentals of being able to organize teams and get things together. So we had to take a step back, and because of that, we ended up releasing our Rocket League team and our CSGO team to Noxon as well, so that he could, go on their way. Those teams would be happy, and that we wouldn't have to go over our budget as far as where we were, and so on and so forth. So we really wish both of those teams good luck. The Rocket League team was amazing. Those guys have a lot of potential. We might get back into Rocket League being as we have some other things that are on our plate now since this happening. But we both, we're happy with the situation. We're happy for Noxon and his decision, and we're happy that the CSGO and the Rocket League team are making moves on their own and finding a new adventure for themselves. And I hope that everything ends up really well for all of them. So that's that. We ended up cutting a couple of teams, unfortunately. And then we added a team during this process. So we now have a Rainbow Six team on PC that's playing in the ESL Pro League. They were formerly known as Reported, and they played in Season 1 of the Pro League, finishing off the 3rd and getting their spot into Season 2. This time we've made a few roster changes onto the team, and it's looking a lot better. We had our first game against Lunatic eSports last weekend. And it was a very good game. It was 1-1, I believe, in the final for the split. So we are playing our second game tomorrow on Thursday. Every Thursday is when they will be playing. You can go check out when the schedule is, what matches are being played, and what everybody's record is on the link above. Click it. And keep up with it, man. The Rainbow Six squad is an awesome bunch of guys, and they're very talented. Rainbow Six is a game that's been very mechanical, and with this new Rainbow Six Siege out, it is ultra technical and very teamwork oriented. Very fun to watch. So go check it out. Show the guys some support. You can check out the article on the website as well, and drop the guys a follow on Twitter. All of your support is greatly appreciated. Moving on to that, we are doing what I like to call Project Overwatch. So as you guys know, Overwatch has hit, it's released, but we don't really have an idea of what the competitive rules are going to be. I mean, we have an idea, but there is no set rules. So a lot of these tournaments that are being played out right now are basically whatever they want to do. Like, there's so many different rule sets. Some organizers allow you to have 2 of the same characters, some don't. Some maps are banned. It's very interesting, but we don't really have an actual competitive rule set. And until then, I think that it's really intuitive to be able to be helpful to that community and helpful to the esports growth of Overwatch, because we believe that it's going to be a big game. Obviously, Blizzard has never made a game that hasn't actually had, some form of competitive scene behind it. And generally speaking, Blizzard is very good at making their games esports relatable. That being said, we are doing what we call Project Overwatch. We're finding young players that we believe that are talented enough to be professionals, giving them an environment that they can grow in, helping them by giving them the tools that they need to progress, and trying to build something out of it. So currently we have 6 or 7 players right now that are very good, but we're kind of progressing with these guys and then finding the holes and then moving forward. So we announced the roster. You can check out the link here. Boom. on the website, drop those guys a follow, and just be watching them, because it's going to be an evolving thing with Overwatch. As the game evolves, as we find out more things with the competitive rule set, these guys are going to be growing alongside with it, and eventually we will feel that we can announce them as a professional team and get them set up with all of the things that a professional team would have. This is basically an opportunity that we feel that is beneficial for both parties. So keep an eye out on these guys. They're very, very good. They'll be playing in the Gosu Gamer tournaments every weekend, every Sunday. They'll be playing in some smaller tournaments. I know the MLG is doing a $600 tournament every week now, I think. I'm not too sure if it's every week. I know that they just did it the last week. We placed 8th. Not bad. You know, these guys are good, and like I said, it's going to be an evolving thing. I think that as long as we keep on progressing, we're going to be able to compete with the teams that are out there that are established, like Cloud9, Liquid, Envy. We'll be up with those guys, but it's going to be, you know, time. So that's that. We also have a new Smash Brothers player. So we have picked up Daywalker. You guys might know him as one of the top Lucario players. He is very, very cool guy, very, very respectable, and very, very talented. He's on the uprising. We think that he's going to be, you know, one of those guys that grows and develops and becomes something big. So him and Seagull Joe are now the SSB team, and for the 2v2 tournaments, we're going to be sending them both out there, you know, and hopefully we can get something going with these guys. They're both ultra talented, and we're really, really happy to have Daywalker here. Like I said, he reached out to us and made one of the most professional presentations of himself that I've seen in a long time. Which goes to show you guys that if you're an upcoming player and you believe in yourself and you're making the placements and you reach out, if you make that right presentation, you can impress people and get an opportunity. And that's exactly what has happened with Daywalker here. So we're really excited to have him on board, and moving forward into Smash Brothers, we hope that we can help grow these players and to do something big. We've got a couple of big tournaments coming up that we'll be talking about. So very, very, very excited for that. So no more roster additions. We're going to talk about the teams that we currently have and what they've been doing. The Gears of War MLG 2K series was announced, and they've had, I think, 3 of them now, and we've been placing generally in the top 8 in these 2Ks. We ended up, you know, kind of getting bracket screwed during earlier brackets because we end up facing, you know, the top teams early on, and it could go either way. We could knock them out, or they could knock us out. So, and, you know, we've had some interesting bracket things, but these guys have been pulling through. Right now, they're seated in the top 8, and as long as we continue to move that forward, that will be our seed in Columbus in July. These guys are very, very, very young in the sport, but they have a lot of potential. You guys probably, if you've been following us, then you've probably seen these guys. And, you know, they've got a long way to go, but they have the potential and the skill to be able to do really big things in this game. And I'm hoping that we can get them guys focused up, ready to rock, get them kind of fundamentally more sound in certain areas, and be ready to go into the MLG Columbus swinging and cause some noise. We're already able to compete with a lot of the top teams like Elevate. We do really well against. Dream Team we do really well against. It's Envy and Denial that we really have a lot of problems with, and those are respectively the number 1 and the number 2 teams in the game. I want to overcome that. I want to take VexX Gaming to the top, like we've always talked about in Gears of War. We had our ups and our downs in Gears. We used to have, you know, one of the best teams in the season for Season 1, and then that kind of had a fall through. We really want to bring these guys to the top in this game, and then finish it off strong with this Columbus placement, and then come in Gears of War 4 with a fresh start and come out as one of the biggest teams out there, one of the best teams out there. So we've got a lot of hope, and we've got a lot of work, and we're going to get to it, and hopefully we can come out and show you guys what we've been doing, and get you guys and get our fans the placement you deserve. So that's that. Brawlhalla weekly 1Ks have been announced as well. Brawlhalla is starting to grow. It's getting more developed. The the backers of the game, the developers of the game, really want this to be something special and be a competitive game at the same time, being fun for everybody. So they've announced that they're going to start doing weekly 1Ks that are going to be basically into a qualifying regional for what they call the VexX 50K Championship. It's basically the Brawlhalla World Championships. They've announced that the date was going to be November 11th. I believe it's in Atlanta. And you can see the first NA weekly 1K on June 18th. And we'll be having both our players contest in that, which will be Doppy and Crocky, both respectively. Very good players in their own rights. Some of the top players on the Brawlhalla leaderboards right now, and deadly as a duo. So we're really excited to see what is going to be coming of these regional qualifiers, and we can't wait to get started with these guys. Brawlhalla is something that we invested in early, and we have high hopes for, and it looks like that it's going to all pan out really well for that. Leads us into our events. We had a couple of events over the past weekend. We had Combo Breaker and we had MomoCon, which were Smash Brothers events that we were attending. We were going to have our Brawlhalla player, Doppy, attend MomoCon as well, but unfortunately he had some family issues and had to pull out of the event really early out. So I hope everything's okay, Doppy. It's been a while since we've talked to you. If you're watching this, I hope everything's good. Man, it sucks because he could have taken #1 at that easily, but it's unfortunate. We really hope that his family is okay. And we did have Seagull Joe at MomoCon competing. In Smash Brothers, he placed 9th in dubs and 9th in singles. A very strong placement. Showed that he definitely has improved on his Sonic by beating one of the #1 Sonics in the nation, respectively, from Circa. He's a great player, and he's always evolving. He's going to be working on some new things to evolve his game because he knows that there's bad matchups for Sonic, and that's what he really is falling behind on. So he's going to be able to use the ones where he thinks that it's a bad matchup for Sonic. He's got something up his sleeve in these next ones. Watch out. So really proud of Seagull Joe. And we also had Daywalker competing in his first event under the Vex banner, and he was at Combo Breaker, placing 3rd in dubs and 13th in singles. He had a rough break in singles early on and just wasn't able to really overcome. But Daywalker is one of those guys that is really hard on himself, and he's always wanting to get better and always progressing. Don't think that the 13th placement is any reflection of what his placements will be in the future. The man is always going hard on himself, and he's a very smart guy. So we believe that in these next events that he's going to be able to do really well and overcome that, and get into the top 8. So those were the events that we've had. Now let's talk about the events that we're going to have. We've got K-Tar for Daywalker coming up this weekend on the 11th, and that is going to be his time to shine. We also have the Call of Duty boys playing in MLG Anaheim this weekend, the 10th through the 12th. So make sure you guys tune into that event. 100K on the line, and the boys have been at work. We've got some relatively new players that have been in the scene but just have turned of age to be able to play competitive in this game, all led up by Prophet, who has been with us for over a year now. Prophet says that these guys are ready for their time. I've been watching them in some scrims, and we've been doing really well against some top-rated challenger teams like Kingdom eSports, Echo Fox, and a few others like TK. So I think that we can do really well. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people at this event. We're looking to be able to get at least the top 8 placement in the open bracket, but we want to make it into that pro bracket. That is our goal. We're not coming for anything less, and we've got a few teams that are going to be on our way, but I think we're better for it. Really excited. So make sure you guys tune in to both of the events. Show you guys love. Drop the guys a follow. Check out the website, and make sure that you are supporting all of our players because they love it. They love the support. We love the support. It's just amazing how far we've come, all because of you guys. We've just hit a 10K milestone on Twitter, and that's amazing considering that we were almost at 10K when we got hacked, and that was 6 months ago. You guys have brought us up to 10K again in 6 months. So that's pretty amazing. We love you guys. Hashtag VexXFam for life, baby. Can't say anything more. You guys are awesome. So that leads me to kind of close this off with we are looking for help. We are hiring right now, looking for basically volunteers that'll get perks. We need video guys that can edit some videos for our teams and help us make YouTube videos. We need streamers to help grow our stream team. We need writers to help write content on our website about our teams, about things that are happening, about events, and we need graphics artists. If you think that you possess the skills in any of these areas, go to our website. We're going to have a post there that shows you exactly what you need to do on how to apply and everything that you need to do for us to be able to look at you and maybe get you guys set up with some cool stuff. So that's that. We really need your help. So hit us up. Let us know what you've got for us. And that's about it, guys. I thank you all for watching my update video. And again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace.